Welcome to Pivoted Computer Education. Today, we want to discuss about web application, how to use SQL injection to hack web application. First, we need to understand what web application is actually all about. When you talk about web application, you're talking about software application which can be remotely deployed on a server, which can you access using a browser like Safari and all that. So today we'll be trying to see how we can use SQL injection to actually bypass the login page. So that is what we'll be doing today. Now, let's go and start the practical. The first thing, if you look at what is on the projector, you can see we have what we call user input. Now, this user input has to do with your login details, right? Maybe your first name, your username and your password. Then when you're able to access the web app, what did you do? You log in into your web page. Now, this is SQL injection, SQL query. SQL query enables you to access the database using what we call SQL statements. Now, if you look at this here, we have what is called select all from users, where username, root, and password hacked, right? Now, this is select all is to is to query information from the database. Now, this is all. This asterisk in the database, we call it what? All. Now, from user, this is from user, this is the table name. So the table name is where all the information has to be stored that has to do with columns and rows. Now, where is a specific information, specific target, specific person with user ID and password. Now, if I say where means where username is root and password is what hacked. That means the person login might be username, might be root, and the password is hacked. Then that will enables that person to access the session page that he or she have to access. Now we have what is called a if true. If true means if your details are actually correct, what happens? It grants you an access. But if your details are wrong, what happens? It denies you from accessing the web page. Now, we don't have what's called if true, you're able to access, but if false, what happens? It denies you from accessing the web page. Now, this is where a black hacker comes in. Black hacker actually knows that one, if it is true, it grants you access. And in programming or in SQL statement, we know that 1 equals to 1 is true, right? For the fact we know that 1 equals to 1 is true, then hackers use that method to try to bypass the login page, right? To bypass the login page by using 1 equals to 1 and able to bypass the login page. Now, What actually causes SQL injection is misconfiguration of what server or error in coding or stabilities in programming. Now, in most cases, it's expected of a cybersecurity to run test this penetration testing against a web application which is being developed by developers to ensure that there will be no misconfiguration in the server or error in coding that will allow SQL injection. But if cybersecurity fails to do that, what happens? The black hackers use the opportunity to bypass the login, use SQL injection. Now, let's open. The first thing you have to do is to access the web page, right? I open a browser. You have to have a target URL. Maybe it is bank you want to hack in, or any of um, how to use SQL injection to bypass web page. Now, if you look at, you can see we have this login online backing. Now, this online backing, you have to use your real details, your username and password that will enable you to access your platform, right? Now, what of as a black hacker, you are not banking with this particular bank. Certainly, you are not meant to have the username or the password. So what do we do then? The black hacker try to bypass the login page by using SQL injection. Now, let's test run this. Now, first, let's assume I go to I go here, I've come to this place, then I use root, I use root, I paste, then I use hack. Let me type this hack, not to waste time. I use hack, then I log in. Then, if I'm logging, you can see what actually pull out. Say login failed. We are sorry, but this username or password was not found in our system. Please try again. So we can see that we have login failed. We are sorry. That means this. I don't have a username or account number with this particular bank. So what do? I have to use what is called SQL injection. Now, this is where, now if I use SQL, which said 1 equals to 1 is always what? True. Login will be successful. Then I have this is SQL injection that I can use. We said or 1 I double quote 1, single quote 1 equals to 1, or 1 double quote, single quote, sorry, then equals to what? 1. That means 1 is equals to 1. So I want to use it as what? As SQL injection to bypass this login page. So how do I do it? Let me copy this as a username. Okay, let me copy this, I paste, right? Then I go further and copy the word, the password, SQL injection code. Then I paste it. Then I click login. Sorry, you said systematic error encountered. One at line 1 column 48. So let me try again. Maybe I miscopy something. This is SQL injection. I copy this. I paste, right? As username. I come back here again. I copy this. Make sure there is space here. go back again, I paste, right? Then I log in. Boom. You can see I have successfully logged in into the what? Into the web page. This is how hackers bypass a login page, right? A login, a web app that is being misconfigured, a web app that is not secure. This is how a hacker black hackers can able to bypass any login page. Now you can say here, I can do anything at all that the real user can do in this account, in this admin user. Now if I come to this place and click check, then I said 101 account number checking. If I come to this place, you can see I can able to check every description. You can see end banners as 9/15/2025, available banners, deposit, pay. So you can see I can able to access, check the account history of the what of the admin user. Now I can even as far as what do transfer, right? You can see from account I can come to this place and enter account number. So I can also put account number, put amount of money I want to transfer, and do the transfer. So this is how black hackers able to bypass any login page. And what mostly caused this, like as I earlier said, is a misconfiguration of server or error in coding. So please, this is for educational purpose. You can't try this on organization web application without permission, right? And please try to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to show you more advanced on how to bypass login page, use SQL injection, and many more. Thank you for watching. God bless you.